Well, it's exciting to be back here, and we're looking forward to a COVID-free year, I hope. And again, hats off to the Big Ten for pulling off what was an incredible season last year on so many fronts. So I'd like to start by thanking them. We're excited about our group this year. Obviously, that starts with the return of Kofi Cockburn deciding to come back, a guy that we think is a candidate for National Player of the Year. And then more importantly, a couple of guys, Devontae Williams and Trent Frazier, two guys who elected to come back for their super senior years. So we're excited. We're looking forward to that. We've got the addition of 5 new guys in Alfonso Plummer, Omar Payne, and 3 freshmen, Luke Goody, R.J. Melendez, and Brandon Pajemski. So we're excited. We've got a great schedule. As always, the Big Ten's going to be better than it's ever been, in my opinion, from top to bottom. It's the best league in the country, and we're excited to take on the challenge of the great coaches, the great venues, get back to fans in the stand, and look forward to being back here in one of the great facilities and one of the great cities in all of college basketball, and we're proud to be here in Indianapolis.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now take questions. Second row.
Hey, Coach. Last week at Media Day, Kofi said he wants to be the greatest Illinois player ever. So, 1, do you think that's possible? And 2, if so, what steps does he need to do to have that possibility?
Well, I'm never going to tell Kofi he can't do something. I know Kofi, the way he's driven, that'll be something that that he'll strive to do. Those are big shoes to fill. We've had a lot of great players there. So I love the fact he's thinking that way. He's working that way. He's had a very productive summer, which he didn't have last year. I think that's something that should be noted, is none of our guys had an off season last year. That excites me for a guy like Kofi. That we started this in September of last year. Now this year he's had an off season, he's had a summer, and then a fall preseason camp. So I'm excited and glad to hear that Kofi's thinking about those things.
Right over here.
Good morning, Brad. 5 years ago when you took this job, Illinois was playing here on Wednesdays a lot in the Big Ten tournament. Now you guys, for a 3rd straight year, are expected to contend at the top of the conference. What were some of the key decisions or key reasons that you guys have been able to take that rise?
Well, Jeremy, I don't think we ever wanted to settle. I think we had an idea of what we wanted to do. That started with recruiting guys who are winners. I think it started with understanding that it's character over characters. I feel tremendous about our culture. I don't think we rushed the process. I think we tried to expedite it in the best way we could, but we never put anybody ahead of the foundation of our program, and I hope that lasts over the course of time. It's one of the most impressive things about this league is some of the steeped cultures and traditions that some of these programs have. We're trying to build that, and we didn't want to take any shortcuts in doing that, and I think those are some of the key things that we had, along with taking an everyday guy mentality to the practice court every day.
Second row.
Hey, Coach. Kevin Sweeney from Sports Illustrated. Obviously, you guys had a lot of staff turnover this offseason. Now that you're into full practice, can you speak about what the new guys have brought to the table?
Yeah, a lot, and it's always a challenge, and it's been a little bit different this year because of the return of so many veterans. That it's not just going to the court and we're blind. These guys have filled in. They're very smart. Chester Frazier, obviously a guy that wore the uniform at the University of Illinois. He brings tremendous passion. He brings an unrelenting work ethic. Jeff Alexander has been a guy that behind the scenes has been an integral part of our success and our growth. That one just made sense. He knows everything that we're doing. And then the addition of Tim Anderson, a guy that is an extremely gifted workout guy. He's got great relationships with our players and is learning our system as well, and a very good staff. I love the chemistry of our staff and excited about the future with them.
Front row in the corner.
Hey, Brett. Not too many teams can match the sheer size and mass of Kofi, so they might opt to go in more agile against him and taking him away from the rim with shooters. How do you think he matches up in those situations?
I really only worry about that a little bit in our league games, or in our non-league games. Have you looked in our league, the bigs in our league? This is a league that has second to none in terms of the quality of bigs. But yeah, teams do try to take him out a little bit. I think that people don't realize how gifted Kofi is athletically. He can really move his feet. Straight line running, Kofi's our second fastest guy on our team. He's got great feet. That's from playing soccer in his youth days. That's something that doesn't truly worry me. He's gotten much better at being able to play on the perimeter and then getting back into rebound, and that's where we need him the most.
We have time for 1 to 2 more questions. Back.
How you doing, Coach? Mike with On the Move with Sports Kells Media. With such a great talent, like you just explained and expressed with Coffee, and he obviously could have went to the next level into the NBA with his talent. Just sometimes you kind of maybe sit them down and maybe talk to them about going to the next level before they're ready, as opposed to staying in college. Do you play any part in helping them make the best decision for them?
Only when asked. I think that's one of the things that we try to do is inform them and let them go through the education process on their own with their own people. And we did that with Kofi. Also with the understanding that we have an unbelievable relationship. When that time came, he asked what I thought, and we talked about that a great deal. Kofi's an extremely intelligent young man, and again, it wasn't just about the basketball. Sometimes the business opportunities and the business side of that have to factor in, and those were all factors in Kofi's decision.
Our final question from the back row.
Kevin Brockway from CNHINE, and I'm curious about Omar Payne. What attracted you to him in the transfer portal? How does he fit in the front court, and are there any opportunities for him and Kofi to play together?
Yes to the last part. Omar's been tremendous in our throughout the summer, through our first couple weeks of fall practice. But Omar's an elite athlete. He's a guy that we have not had at 6'10". He's got a 7'5" wingspan. Not knowing what Kofi's status was going to be, we knew we had to have a guy that was capable of playing in ball screens with Curbelo and Trent Frazier. He is elite in those. He is elite at getting to the rim. He's as quick twitch an athlete as we've had, but I've been very, very impressed. He's gained 20 pounds. He's a guy that has tremendous touch and has been a big, big surprise in that area.
Thank you so much for your time this morning.